Welcome to the Groomer next door. You're listening to my mommy and daddy.
And now our feature presentation.
Hey everyone, this is Sarah Green. I'm here with my great buddy REENA. We are going to do a special podcast today. We don't exactly know what we're going to cover. We didn't exactly prepare for this. I know REENA drove forever to get to Kansas City, and we drove forever to get to Kansas City. But we can always start off by thanking Squarespace for helping us out and donating to us and allowing us to have our website up and running. It's a great website to go to build your own personal, your professional, a business. A very easy website to work and a very easy website to build. I definitely recommend them. You go to squarespace.com and take a look at them. Alright, so REENA, how long have you been grooming?
About 5.5 years.
And you're pretty much self-taught.
Yes, all the way.
All the way. I know I've helped you though.
Yes. Well, I've watched groomers when I was first starting to groom, and I would pick and choose like what techniques I liked from different groomers, and I would just kind of tweak them my own way and kind of make it my own.
That's how I did when I got back from Grooming Academy. Jeff was basically my inspiration. He was like the best in the salon. No one can top what his groom was, even though he was a pissy little thing. I probably shouldn't have used that word. Chris is going to kill me. But too late now. I know that you groom cats too.
Yes.
So, how much fun is it to groom a cat?
Sometimes it can be a lot of fun. Others, not any fun.
You said you just recently got bit.
Yes, I did. 2 days ago.
How did that happen?
I was a 15-year-old cat, super skinny, really matted. I had actually gotten the whole body shaved down and everything, no issues really, just a couple hisses here and there. And it had that one last mat right under the jaw, and I had my fingers up there to hold the head up. I shaved it out, and the cat just tweaked to the side and bit my pointer finger right on the end right there.
Did it bleed a lot?
Yeah, it bled pretty good. I cleaned it out and everything. It seems to be healing good, so I'm not too concerned about it.
It's actually kind of swollen.
Just the top part a little bit, but it's just where, because it's always on the joint. They always have to bite you where you bend the most, I swear.
That's how you know it's an experienced groomer. Oh, it'll go away. It's just a little bite, and there's like a gash or something. It's like twice its size. Oh, go down in a couple
what can
days.
I pour in it? Yeah,
Right, a little, hand sanitizer. You're good to go. Wrap it, take a salt tablet, move on.
Pretty much.
I remember one time I did a nail trim for Margaret, one of our old managers there, before you started. By the way, we worked at the same place together. I'm not sure if anybody realized that. Anywho, so I was doing this Chihuahua nail trim, and this is before they instilled a policy where owners can't hold their own dog. So the owner's holding their own dog. I trimmed the nails, and sure enough, the owner let go. As soon as she let go, it bit down on 3 of my fingers. 3 bites, 3 fingers, I was gushing blood everywhere.
It's terrible.
And then I wrapped the hand up to go to the restroom to get it cleaned. And a customer stops me, and my towel's full of blood. And the customer stops and asks me, "Oh, what shampoo is best for my dog?"
Sure, hold on a minute.
As I'm taking my bloody nub, pointing to the different oatmeal shampoos, and this was before the
customer service right there. It's customer service.
And they didn't even give me a compliment. I mean, they had to see the blood. I mean, come on.
So let me point with this finger and show you.
The whole bloody towel. So, you started your grooming career in California.
Yep.
And now you live in Colorado.
Yep.
Are there any differences going from California to Colorado? I know there is going from California to Missouri.
Yeah, there's like a few differences, mainly just the types of dogs, I think, from California to Colorado. California has more like smaller dogs, like a lot of poodles and Lhasas and stuff like that. Like out here in Colorado, you find more Aussies, Border Collies, Bernese, stuff like that. So.
Okay, well here where I groom, we have a great deal of schnauzers. Schnauzers and poodles and shih tzus.
Golden doodles.
Golden doodles have been
Doodles are
popping.
super popular, yeah.
Yeah, Labradoodles, it just seems to, but golden doodles for sure.
Yeah.
Anything doodle.
I haven't
Schnoodle.
seen much poodle or anything like that. Which I'm okay with because clean faces on a tiny little face and clean feet are not my fave thing to do, but I will do them if they want me to.
And by the way, when we're talking about poodle faces and poodle feet, we're talking about shaving. We're not talking about waxing.
Oh.
I've had some miscommunication with some people think that they're actually waxing the dog. That was actually done in California. Someone
No
asked
joke?
me if we wax the feet.
Well,
Because
that would
they-
probably be easier. But very painful.
Painful.
Yeah.
Well, breeders and show groomers of a poodle will use a 40 blade or a 30 blade on the
yeah.
face.
Super
So when you look on a picture, it looks like it's waxed.
tight. Yeah.
That's why.
It's like a surgical blade, no wonder.
I don't like using 40s. I'd
I use
rather use
15s.
Yeah, 15s is number one for me. It's
me too.
15s under my guard combs, cocker cuts, everything like that. It's 15 go getter. I know when I first started grooming, they said you're not allowed to use a 15. 10 only. Number 10 only. And a lot of people are saying, what's a number 10? What's a number 15?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know. Someone asked me what's a 30, and I was like, seriously?
Have you had someone come up to you and ask you how to groom their pet by giving them like detailed instructions?
Yeah. I always love the customers that come in with like really ancient clippers, and they ask me like how to trim their dog, and they've never done it before, and they have like this giant matted dog, and they just think it's super easy, and they're just gonna, shave it down, and it's gonna be 10 minutes.
Yeah, but people don't understand that it takes time, it takes effort, especially when they're matted. And you gotta get into that intricate area and not cut them. Because a cut can go from just a little teeny tiny nick to a huge gouge.
And it happens with us too, and we've been doing it for a long time, so I mean,
One wrong move,
Yep.
that's all it takes. I mean, we're only human.
yeah,
We're not
for sure.
perfect, we're not anything like that. Now, I gotta ask you, are you a certified groomer?
Well, I am certified for my job standards, but see, I never went to any kind of school where I got a certificate since I was self-taught. But
And then it's not like you're licensed through the state
No.
of Colorado or California.
I haven't received any kind of paperwork.
I'll explain to you in detail about that one later. That's a funny story. But now you have two beautiful children that I finally got to meet for the first time. First time.
Finally.
I feel like such a cruddy friend since I've been out here for 5 years and away from you
But
guys.
we still kept in contact,
Yes.
so that's not super cruddy.
Yes.
You
I'm excited. We both met halfway. Reena
Yeah.
just picked up a Bernese puppy, a Bernese Mountain Dog puppy. She's 8 weeks old. What's her name?
Charlotte.
And how cute is she?
Super cute, and she's like loving my kids right now, running around like she's been with us forever. She listens perfectly. I'm hoping this lasts more than just today because she's awesome.
She held herself pretty good and didn't have an accident inside
I know,
the room.
we took a detour to go eat, and I was like, okay, we left her in the hotel. That is dog friendly, by the way. And came back, took her right outside. She went to the bathroom. There was no accidents anywhere.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
cross your fingers.
What made you want to get a Bernese Mountain Dog when you have two small children under the age of 3?
Well, I had a pit bull, but since we were moving to Colorado, we could not take him with me because of the bans and everything, which kind of made me very angry since he was awesome with my kids. But we found him a great home with friends of mine.
Your pup was awesome.
He was so good.
I remember him. You got him towards the end of me leaving California, and he was the sweetest thing in the world.
Yeah, my kids could jump on him and everything, pull out his face. He never, not one mean bone in his body. But, so when we came out here, we didn't have a dog, for the first time in forever. And my husband wanted a dog that would be able to go camping and to the water and do all the outdoor stuff we want to do in Colorado. So we were trying to find a dog that would fit with our lifestyle and that are good with kids. So we just kept going back to the Bernese. So we decided to give it a shot. But I think it'll work out really good.
Yeah, with proper feeding, proper diet, proper grooming, which I'm pretty sure that's not going to be an issue.
Not an issue. Gonna be the cleanest dog ever.
Now, much like the Akita, the Bernese isn't supposed to be washed too often, but you got to take in consideration, people, that some dogs like the Akita, the Husky, and whatnot, they're not supposed to be washed very often, but if they have skin irritations like Katana has, you have to wash them. I have to wash Katana every 2 months or she just tears herself up.
Yeah.
But luckily, with a professional groomer at Charlotte's size, she's going to be pretty well taken care of, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping with all the exercise and everything, she should be pretty happy, I think.
She's already pretty spoiled.
Yeah, right?
She's got those kids wrapped around her finger.
And my husband. What's
I
that? Know. He's on the floor giving her kisses, like, what?
Once she hits about 100,
What is this?
115,
Yeah, right?
there's no more REENA in the bed.
What happens in my place? It's terrible. And he was telling me not to put her in the bed. Watch, I'll get replaced. It's terrible.
I get kicked out between Claire crawling up in bed and Katana and then Roxy and then our new Belle and then
Well,
our
I used
two
to
cats.
do that with my other dog, and I used to push him right in the back.
Oh, how funny.
She would stretch out her legs right into his spine.
Oh.
No more dogs ever in the bed, he says.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah, well, she's kind of big, so I think with our two kids crawling into bed, I don't think there would be much room for a giant dog, so.
I'm pretty sure somewhere between the head and the back of the, what's that thing called?
The headboard.
Thank you. A+ for REENA. Woo woo. So, now, if you couldn't find a Bernese Mountain Dog or a breeder anywhere near you, what was going to be your second pick?
I don't know, because I'm not too fond, like, I've always wanted a giant Schnauzer, but then I like the whole cropped ears, and then I'd have to give it haircuts all the time, and then the maintenance and the upkeep, and I was like, eh. And then my husband was like, well, that just looks like a giant Scotty, and we already did one of those, so he was like, So he wanted something, like, completely different than what we had in the past, so whatever. And I'm okay with the whole grooming thing,
It's like,
too.
hey,
So.
let's get a Bouvier. You want to talk about a giant Schnauzer looking thing?
Yeah, so I was okay with this choice. Super cute face all year round. Don't have to cut it or.
So, in your area, do you have any dog shows or grooming conventions anywhere near you?
There was actually this one Bernese breeder that had sent me an email that she was having a show in, I think, Colorado Springs. So I know they're out there. I just haven't really had the time because with the kids and everything, and I'm
Your
only
family
off
back
on the
in
weekends.
California.
So the whole babysitter thing is kind of slim pickings. But maybe one of these days I'll make it out to some kind of show.
See, Chris and I are going to the Phenom Farms, which is here in Missouri, next weekend.
That'll be exciting.
Our boss, well, the owner of the shop, he's not really our boss, but the owner of the shop, him and his wife show miniature Doxies. And they already have a standard Doxie that's a champion. It's a cool looking thing. I mean,
I love the dapples. Those are my favorite.
those are pretty. These, being a pet groomer, you see dogs come in and they're really big Doxies, but they're not standards. They're just really big miniature Doxies. And then you see, these giant Doxies come in and they're not exactly, they're in between sizes. You can't tell if it is a standard or a miniature. And here, their standard that was the champion comes out with the miniatures. You can tell the difference. I mean, they're tiny little things. So I know a couple of them are going to be competing. So hopefully that goes well for them. I'm going to be trying to talk to some of the groomers out there and see what they do. I know one of the groomers out there put baby powder on the dogs that they're showing to make their white whiter. So you walk around, there's baby powder everywhere.
I believe it.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really? baby powder. Like, come on, you're going to have to wash that off.
Yeah, but it makes it look pretty. And doesn't smell too bad either. But we have a lady that actually shows Samoyeds.
Ooh.
She has like 6 of them that she brings in.
Talk about a lot of work.
Yeah, well, she's getting older now, so she has us wash them, and then she'll prep them like before the show and stuff. So it's just,
I know I have
there's hair everywhere.
a lady that's coming in to see me that she's going to have me wash up her bassets and her basset and get the coat nice and shiny, because we do have a deep tissue moisturizer, and it helps reduce the shedding as well. So we're going to do that for her.
Very cool.
Then she does the rest and whatnot. But I guess there's actually a ton of preparation for
I can imagine. Well, they still shed and get all that coat out, you know. It's amazing. We had a little mixed shepherd thing that was, you put that Furminator on there, it just kept, like, are you going to be bald in like 2 seconds? But no pressure, just all that under.
That's
it
crazy.
didn't even look like it.
What kind of de-shed treatments do you do at your salon?
Mainly like the Furminator is what we do. The company sponsors and everything. It seems to work really good. I mean, my store, which is different than California, they offer in 7 days you can come back for a 15-minute brush out. So you buy the package and you still get like that hour of brushing like during the whole session of the Furminator. But then you can come back in 7 days for another 15-minute brush out.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like encouraging people to try the Furminator to like show like how much hair actually gets out, and if we ever miss any, that they can come back in that 7 days and get out additional hair. So it seems to be working. Like, people are really excited about it because not every store does it. So they're just trying to promote like to get the clientele higher, because you know that store wasn't very popular in the past. So
Well, yeah, I know that feeling, going to a salon where the ratings are kind of dwindling, and then having to help boost the
sure.
reputation again and get back up to par. I know when I started California first, there were some issues going on there.
There's always issues there.
I know, right? I mean,
I think every store has their issues.
It was like one day I wanted to go in there where someone wasn't trying to get me fired. Right? I told you that earlier,
yeah.
right? I just wanted to go in there and just work. Yeah. I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to make anybody feel, inferior.
It was high school. That's the thing, though, like, when it's a company that goes through so many groomers like that, you know, it's like you get all these young kids in there that are trying to find out what they want to do, and they think, hey, grooming's good money, so let's try it, and they send them to the academy, and they come back, and, you know, they got this, and then they realize how stressful it is, and they can't handle the stress, and this dog's mean, and I don't want mean dogs anymore.
My favorite, oh my gosh, this was so funny. You gotta tell me if you were around for this one. I can't remember. After so many years, things just blur. One girl was hired in to become a bather brusher. She did her video training. She was going to do her work, her booklet or whatnot. The binder thing was like 3 inches. She's doing her paperwork. She sees Jeff working on, I think, one of his crazy chows that he had. Suli or something like that in Thai. I remember those guys. I miss those guys. But anyhow, and the dogs are rawr, 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 just going to rip Jeff to pieces, and she just dropped her pencil. She kind of jumped and was watching Jeff, and Jeff has been growing for so many years that he knows how to handle these dogs. So safely and calmly, he got what he needed done. The dog was more of just warning him. The girl wanted to go to lunch. Manager let her go to lunch. She never came back. She didn't even come back for her 4-hour paycheck. She wouldn't take it. She just left it there. I mean, 6 months went by, and this
Traumatizing.
what she saw there, immediately going after to go on her lunch break, and that was it. 4 hours. This job isn't for everyone, folks. This takes time and effort. And then the ones that get all upset, I got a scar.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Where's there not a scar?
I know, I'm like,
I just cover mine with tattoos so you can't see them anymore.
I know the folks can't see this, but that scar right there is
nice.
when I fell into the kennel, and a big piece of my skin.
Yeah, those kennels are dangerous.
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
I probably hurt myself more on those than the dogs itself.
What's nice is that at least the kennels that you use, don't you have like a little thing you can put the lead on so that doesn't open? That's always helpful.
Sometimes, except the other day I put one on and then the whole bottom bolt popped off. So then the whole underside was loose, and I was like, okay, just don't try to pop out.
I remember one time we were telling the managers over and over and over again, hey, we need this set of kennels replaced before Christmas. And sure enough, they didn't get replaced. I'm not going to tell exactly where we worked. It was just a big pet box store. But we'll keep it at that. And so it wasn't me, it was somebody else. Goes to shut the kennel door and the whole thing falls on their foot. Whole metal door falls on the foot. And the dog was just looking like, what just happened, you know? You guys crazy? Did I do that?
Yeah, right. It wasn't me.
Alright, so I know that you only work, you said 4 days a week? Or 3?
3.
3?
Now, yeah.
So you get to have your kid time and
yeah, my husband got a good job, so I, in California, was working 2 jobs, pretty much 7 days a week.
Since I've known you.
Yeah. To hold, you know, because he couldn't really find a job there, and it was pretty hard, you know.
Finding a job in California is very hard.
And he was always the last man on the totem pole when firing came, like,
yep.
So he always got, you know,
last in, first out.
Yeah. So he got this opportunity to come out here, so I was like, okay, so now he's making good money, so I don't really have to work my butt off, and so...
Well, it's great,
I'll enjoy my part-time work right now, and then if I want to, I might get back into the school thing, just, you know.
Well, we'll see. I've heard once a groomer, always a groomer, and at least you get to do it for a couple days a week, and then, you know, you got your family time, and then you got your husband time when he gets home from being gone. It's not easy juggling all 3.
No, it's not. No, I just added a puppy. Woo woo! Crazy REENA over here.
When she first told me she was coming to Kansas City to pick up a puppy, I'm like, oh, okay, she's getting like a poodle or something that takes an hour to groom real quick, or, you know, something short hair. I could have sworn it would be like a Rodeo Ridgeback, or or even a Weimaraner.
Oh, no.
No.
I like the fancy ones.
So, when she told me Bernie's Mountain Dog, I said, are you trying to be Superwoman?
Yeah.
Trying to show up all these moms?
Woman is
Wonder
my
Woman.
favorite. Yes.
Yeah. Trying to show up all these moms that have one kid and is already pulling their hair out like me.
Man, I need something to get me outside instead of locking myself in to contain my kids in the house. Just find something to do.
Until winter?
Yeah. Well,
wintertime, Charlotte's going to love it.
Oh, I
bouncing
bet.
through.
Well, hopefully we'll have our house by then, so she can just play and come in whenever, so that'll be good too.
Now, your apartment's allowed the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can just...
Everyone there has dogs. Our neighbor has like 3 labs that run out of that thing, so...
Good. All right, cool.
She'll have plenty of friends. I just have to make sure she's up to date on all her shots so she doesn't get sick and get all the stuff taken care of.
Did you know in the state of Missouri, or at least where I work, the dogs do not need to show proof of rabies shots when getting groomed?
Okay.
Did you know that? No?
No, I didn't know that.
But if the kennel that I work for, if they offered daycare and overnight boarding, grooming dogs will have to show proof of rabies. Go figure.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of vets in Colorado are trying to say that they don't even need them until 6 months, so...
Well, that's how it was in California. 6 months, you put in the...
Well, it was 4 months.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was 6 months when I was there.
Well, they keep... I don't know.
Keep changing the
They
dang
keep
rules.
making whatever they want.
Keep it straight, people.
4, 6 months, 5 months, puppies go to this, I don't know.
So I didn't know, at your salon, what is the requirements to get groomed?
Just the rabies at 4 months, and that they have to have, well, we used to say they have to have at least 2 series of puppy shots, but I guess they don't really care about that anymore. So if you want to bring your dog in that's not protected and get it a nail trim, go for it, I guess. But I usually try to tell them, you know, at least 2 series of puppy shots, because I'm not trying to get a dog sick, and they need to know that, you know, your dog shouldn't even be on the floor if it doesn't have any shots. Like,
well, see, what people don't seem to quite understand is, like, parvo, for one.
yeah.
Parvo can be carried on you. It's airborne.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be walking somewhere else and get contaminated and bring it home to your pet.
Mm-hmm.
So even if your dog doesn't go anywhere, it still should be vaccinated to protect himself against different objects. Heartworm, everything needs to be taken care of. Because you never know. You could come in contact.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now, have you ever read up on bloat for larger dogs?
A little bit. I'm familiar with it, but I'm not like an expert on it or anything.
Are you going to feed her smaller kibble or?
Right now she does have the small bite puppy food. Yeah, it just tends to be like the food that I'm gonna feed her is medium-sized bites for adult, so I don't think it's too big, but
At least you're concerned about it.
yeah, I mean, I just see sometimes they eat so fast and they don't actually chew their food, so it can cause problems and stuff like that. And everyone's asking me, are you gonna give her the bowls that are raised up and all this stuff like that? And I was like, well, not right now. She's a puppy. She needs to reach the floor, but you know, it's all kinds of things. But
see, what's great is over at Shadowin, we have special bowls or slow feeders. And they have these really cool designs that you pour the kibble in, and they have to think about getting the food out. And so while they take one bite, they're chomping, and they're thinking about how to get the other. So it stimulates their mind as they're trying to get it. I know we have ones at hills, it's literally rolling hills.
But does it stop after a while, or you just put in however much food, and
No,
then once
it's like,
gone, it's gone?
yeah, if you're feeding I feed my dogs 3 cups of Pro Pack.
So you just pour that in there, and then
just put it in there.
That's pretty cool. It's a
And
cool
they just
idea.
go at it, and those have been a hot seller. We've already sold like 6 of them. And
Well, I can imagine, because if dogs just stay home all day, I mean, at least they can give them something to do, whether they're just eating or not, you know?
Well, we had an episode with Jessie Queen, the local trainer in Rolla, and she said that dogs need more focus time. That's how they get their energy out, is allow them to focus on something. And by doing that, it eases them, it gives them happiness, versus going around throwing a ball for an hour just hypes them up.
Yeah, I can see that. Plus, it's like super possessive and like crazy, crazy energy.
This way, they're concentrating on it, they're looking at it, they have to figure out how they get their tongue down there and get the kibble up. Especially with dogs that throw up a lot, or their belly kind of swells up after they eat. This helps them slow down. They might get a little bored, go sit down and come back for food later, and that helps with the bloating too.
Yeah, my mom had a husky that scarfed it down. Like, she tried everything, putting that little ball in there to try to make it, but nothing. Just move the ball out.
Well, I've known dogs to tip over some of the slow feeders.
Yeah.
But what's great about this, it's called Slow, S-L-O, bowl. I believe so. Not quite sure on that one. But they don't tip it. One of my customers has a young Newfoundland, and I think she's about a year, and she got tired of
figuring it out,
trying to work at it, and she tried to dump it, and the mom said it was hilarious.
It's driving me crazy, just give me my food.
And they go pout. Fine.
But
don't
that's
give me
true
food.
too. Like, what if the dog is frustrated? What if you're just having a bad day? If I had to work for my food every time, I think I'd be angry too. Maybe you should rotate it like every other day or something, so the dog doesn't get super frustrated. Here, do 5 million tricks to eat your one meal. Like, come on. I feel sorry for the dog already.
Wow. I'm going to have to take that one to Keith and let Keith know.
That's what I said. Just rotate it. Just rotate it every other day, you know? Okay, you can think about your food today, but we'll give you a break today. Here.
Oh, jeez.
Perfect. A little mental
Whose side
break.
are you on?
I'm for both sides. I'm open.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here to support those who can't talk for themselves.
Hey, that's exactly what we do with this podcast. Going through and trying to get donations and working up. Oh, we're doing a fundraiser with PCAW, which is Phelps County Animal Welfare League. And they're holding a bake sale outside of Kroger.
Yum.
Do you guys have Kroger's where you're from?
No, we saw one when we passed. Randy's like, look, a Kroger. And I was like, okay.
You know everything that's sold in Ralph's
Yeah.
is from Kroger.
Yeah.
So
He was saying that he can't just look at something. He has to go in there and Google it and find out what that's related to. Hey, did you know that? Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, did you know there's a Taco Bueno not too far from here?
And that all the Carl's Jr.'s are like Hardee's or
Hardee's.
something. What's that?
That drove
the same
me
star.
nuts.
I was like, wait, that's Carl. No, it's Hardee's. Okay, what's the
food's
deal?
not as
Why
good.
can't?
It's not
But
as
it's the
good.
same star. Is it not the same?
They don't have fried zucchini.
I'm so confused. I've never been this far over here.
No In and Out. No In and Out anywhere.
I'm not too fond of them anyways.
And no Del Taco.
yeah.
No Del Taco. I can't believe it. Anywho, sorry. Tangent.
Food. See what food gets us? You had to think about it, right?
But they're holding a bake sale. Chris and I are gonna bake something up for them to sell, and all the proceeds go to all the pups that are in need, either spayed and neutering, surgeries, or just finding homes. They even try to catch feral cats
Oh wow.
and get them fixed and neutered, and at least get the rabies shot. Get 'em.
What are your guys' vets over in Missouri think about spaying and neutering, like the age-wise, to get your animal, like for dogs?
I think I haven't seen a dog spayed or neutered under the age of 6 months.
Okay, well no, because vets in Colorado were telling me that I should wait like till she's a year old because of some like growth thing for her bones and stuff. They're telling me that a lot of larger breed dogs you should wait until she's a year. But then if you wait, then there's, they were saying if you do it before their heat cycle, then there's the cancer part that you cut down. But then it's like they're weighing the cancer versus the bone, and I'm like, okay, which one?
Well, okay. Well, for one, I'm no vet, but I can speak out of experience. Large dogs don't stop growing till they're 3. So technically,
but they're saying that they get what they need pretty much by the time they're a year. They're not doing any massive bone growth or anything like that. So, but then I'm thinking, okay, if they want me to wait a year, she's gonna be like 100 and something pounds. Like, it's already bad enough they charge you like.
I do see stuff happening sometimes where, okay, this is the conspiracy side of me coming out here. I think veterinarians try to, not all, some. I know our veterinarians in town are absolutely lovely. I love them so much. They've been so good to us, and their knowledge pretty much backs up exactly what I learned when I was back in California. But I know some veterinarians want to try to get as much money as possible. Since people are on hard times, dogs are typically the last one to get anything. So if they make you wait till the dog's 120 pounds, that's just that much more the spade's going to cost. Versus spaying.
But that's pretty messed up, though, to say that it's like, I don't know, because people have done research and stuff, but
I haven't known a dog to get cancer.
Well, the cancer part was like if
after a year. After
like the heat cycle and stuff. If you get it done before, then it cuts down on like ovarian cancer. I don't know. But then if
all that's getting taken out anyways. The whole
I know. Well, that's what they're
gone.
saying. It cuts down on. But then if you do that, then they don't get what they need for their bones.
They might be factoring if you feed them pedigree, Old
maybe.
Roy, Gravy
Well, that's
Train.
what I thought too, because all these foods are, that are higher quality are designed for like bone growth and like, to slow everything down, so it's not like super.
Well, see, puppies
dramatic.
need the protein they need. I mean, just look at the ingredients.
For sure.
As long as you're not feeding them, like I said, pedigree, you should be just fine. Some dogs, mostly, I learned that mixed breeds, like mutts mainly, they're like 5 different breeds altogether. They can live off of pedigree and Purina and stuff like that and live perfectly healthy lives because of their genes being mixed. The purebreds have a harder time digesting some of it due to the fact of DNA. But I haven't heard anything about that myself. I would want to get them. Alright. I want to get them fixed either right after their first heat or right before. I know male dogs, most people don't want them neutered for at least a year and a half, 2 years. But then you run into the risk of the dog being crazy.
Yeah, peeing on everything.
Yeah, peeing on anything, being a little more aggressive than the next. But, anywho, I think we've covered everything we wanted to cover today. I know the kids probably really, really want you.
Yeah, they're stuck with Daddy. Where's Mommy?
Yeah, we have the men in there. Obviously, you haven't heard Chris here. So the men are
peeking
inside.
out the window, looking at his watch. Are you guys done yet?
Yeah, come on now.
There's 3 crazy kids in here. And a puppy.
So, is there anything else you want to add that, you know, you want people to truly understand about bringing your dog into the groomer?
No, I mean, I'm just thankful you guys are bringing your dog to the groomer and trying to get something done. Just understand, you know, we're never going to lie to you. We want the best for your dog, and we're trying to do what's best for them. If we tell you the haircut's going to be a little shorter, it's going to be a little shorter just because we don't want to torture the dog and try to demat it, you know, even if it's possible. It's not very pleasant for the dog. So I think most of us are in it, you know, because we love dogs and we love what we do. So
yeah, definitely, like going back to one of the first episodes about how to pick your groomer. When you speak to them and they really don't care, they're just giving you the basic information because they just want to get the dog in and out, you might not want to deal with them. You might want to go to the one like you and I who care about what we do, who love what we do, and who are not just there to make a quick buck.
for sure.
All right, everyone, this is episode 22. I'm not sure if I said that in the beginning. If not, and Chris doesn't like it, oh well. I say that now. Couple shout outs to all of our friends out there that are listening, and the ladies from Peak Hall, Kim and Glenda. We are here for you, and you need anything special said, give us a message. And if there's anything extra REENA wants me to say, I'll be more than happy to read that message and pass it along too. Thank you all for tuning in. We are trying to get to Phenom Farms next week and see if we can talk to a couple judges and some other groomers out there to get more info and help spread out the word. All right, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great week. I just got distracted. I'm Sarah Green. I know, right? I'm Sarah Green, making sure everybody understands and knows and admits life is short. Play with your pet.
Yeah.
Say bye, Rita.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, gotta go in my bedtime.